Greetings, denizens of Dogcraftia. This is Ivan Dogovich bringing you the DogCraft Downlow. Or should it be the DogCraft Low Down? I got a question here, and the question is, what's in a name? So when I did the first episode of the DogCraft Downlow, I called it the DogCraft Downlow. And I liked the term, I liked the way it sounded, a little alliteration there. But as I looked at the word and did some searching on Google and so forth, I found that it can have some pretty dodgy meanings. So the term lowdown actually does mean exactly what I'm trying to communicate, such as the inside scoop, latest happenings, etc. And I kind of swapped the meaning out to down low, which kind of means keep it on the down low, means keep it hidden or quiet, but that's not really what I'm talking about. We want to do the inside scoop, which is lowdown. So this is a question for the listeners and the viewers out there. What is your opinion on the name? How shall I keep it? Shall it be the DogCraft Low Down, which is more accurate, or the DogCraft Down Low, because it sounds cooler? So I'd like your vote in the comments below if you would, and we'll go with that. So that's a little bit about what's in a name. Kind of want to give a quick update on DogCraft and let you know what's going on. It's the goal of this program, why we do it in the first place. I want to talk a little bit about vacation news. Last time I mentioned that there was a number of vacations going on. Of course, most of us know that Rendog went home to South Africa and spent time with his family in South Africa. He has since back, and he had an amazing time in South Africa with his family. Just great time to just do some well-deserved rest and recharge his battery. So Rendog is back, and we're glad to have him back from South Africa. Great story. Check out his bringing home the Mac episode. His episode of Minecraft that he talks about that. Also want to mention that Razor's back from his vacation. He took a couple weeks off and went up to Leeds and had a great time there. Burgo had a chance to go out and visit Lady B in North Carolina, and he's back from that. And now I am back also from my vacation. Spent a few days out at the Pacific Coast. Last lowdown I showed some pictures from my vacation there, and I had a great time there. It was so lovely. And got to do some honeydews when I got home, but back at the grind, back at work, back at school, and anyway, it's good to be back involved in the swing of things. So, quick vacation news update. So one of the features on today's edition of the DogCraft Lowdown is something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to mention this outstanding thing that's going on in the DogCraft community called the CyberDog server games. We had an amazing run of 4 different events so far that have been sponsored, pretty much a brainstorm by Nocturnal Harlequin, or Harley, as she's known in the community, who came up with the idea to do some games in the CyberDog server. And she set up a location and had Mud Dog helping her, and they built a whole arena and viewing platform, and set up a few contests where a few different players were involved and competed. And they usually do this on a weekend, and then various members who participate in the games will record them and then publish episodes as throughout the week. So we've had 4 events that have been just outstanding. The HomeStead Hoedown, that was sponsored by Harley, where the contestants had to do a few things like build a house, put in a farm, get a pet, and they had to do it from all within resources within the screened off area. There was also a scavenger hunt sponsored by Harley, where they had to acquire a number of different items and put them all in a board that was really cool. Mud Dog sponsored a treasure hunt that was filled with puzzling riddles that caused no end of grief to a number of the players. Hidden chests throughout the play area with a number of different items in them, and each player was supposed to take one of the items until they had the complete collection. Mostly the riddles didn't quite work, but they were interesting and somewhat entertaining. They didn't quite come through always in translation. I think the person helping write the riddles, yeah, that was me. So when I sent the riddles to Mud Dog, I guess some of them came through with typos or whatnot, and they didn't exactly make as much sense as they did when I wrote them. They made sense to me. But anyway, Mud Dog and I collaborated on the riddles, but he put all that together. And then the final game that has just completed is the Golem Dig Down, and this is sponsored by Mud Dog. It's amazing contest, and I still haven't seen the end of it. I've been watching the episodes, but I haven't seen the conclusion. I think I have an idea of how it's going to end, but it involved each player having a chunk of ground and some rudimentary tools with which to dig and acquire the resources necessary to construct a golem, an iron golem. The first player to have an iron golem constructed on the surface of their zone would win. It's fascinating, great games, a lot of fun. I highly recommend them. I'll have a link to that here, and want you to, I'll link these as I talked about them. I've got playlists up for each of these, so I'll link out the playlists, and get a chance. I do have to say, there are more games coming up, and there's actually the Halloween games coming up soon. If I don't know if Harley still has opportunities for it. It's going to be a wider game. There'll be more openings for it. It should be sometime around the end of the month. It won't be this weekend, because most of a few of our English CyberDogs are actually getting together in Comic-Con. So Harley and Mud Dog are getting together there. At least I think Liz may get there. I am Jamrock. And they'll be hanging out with Ren and other CyberDogs that'll show up there. But she's got a great idea. I don't have a clue what it's about, but it's supposed to be really awesome. So there's going to be a Halloween games on the CyberDog server coming up at some point. So shout out to Harley if you want to know if there's any other spaces left in that game. So one of the contestants that's been involved in just about every game, I think all of them, is Strife. And Strife has done an amazing job with his videos. Some of the early videos especially. He's got a real gift for editing. And it's not just something you want to pop on and listen to. You want to watch what he's got to say. It's pretty interesting. He comes up with some very great pop-ups and captions as he puts his videos together. And so that's what I wanted to mention too. I think that we may have one of DogCraft's best kept secrets in Strife in his videos. He's got very few subs. He's got great commentary, great editing, and he's an amazing collaborator. If you just want to have a ton of fun, you should really watch the collaborations that he does with Burgo, and you should check out his Strife's thread on DogCraft. I will have links to the DogCraft threads in my about in the description below. I found out last time that I can't actually link an outside thread. If it's not a YouTube thread, I can't link it in the video itself. But I'll have some of these other hyperlinks down below. But he's got a thread where he's posts some of his videos, and he came up with a way to use a tool that will show both views. So Burgo and Strife have been playing co-op missions of Splinter Cell Blacklist, and they have been hilarious. The two guys are having a ton of fun together, and their play style is fun and humorous. They both got great senses of humor, so I would highly recommend those. I have mostly watched like Burgo's view and then Strife's view, and I get just enjoy both of them. But Strife there's a viewer that you can watch both streams at the same time, and that's pretty cool too. So check those out. Check out Strife. Give him a sub, shout him out, do more, because this guy is really good, and I'm sure we're going to see more of him down the road. His collaborations with Burgo in the previous Hexit series were amazing too, so just wanted to mention that. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do next is go to the Thread of the Week section of the DogCraft Low Down, and the thread of the week this week is you've been playing Minecraft too long when. So this is a great thread, and I'll have the link down below again. But this thread is a number of collaborations, and it started actually on our old site. And what the point of the thread is to just put in something funny about you've been playing Minecraft too much when, or playing Minecraft too long. So you should really go check those out. By the way, I have been tweeting those, and I had to shorten them a lot in order to get them out in some format. But I have been tweeting those out as kind of a daily TweetCast, if you will. I usually put out 2 tweets of you've been playing too much Minecraft when, and they're very hilarious, very funny. So I highly recommend these that you check those out. If you come up with something interesting or cool, put those in, because the more we get, I think they're just awesome. So let me see here. I think that pretty much is a wrap up for the DogCraft Low Down this week. I have high hopes of possibly seeing a dog pod come out soon. Keep your fingers and your paws crossed, CyberDogs. And until next time, this has been Ivan Dogovich saying have a great day, have a great night, and stay true to the CyberDog Nation. Cheers!